Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am here to do a reading vlog because it's Christmas time, it's December, and everyone has these Christmas readathons going on, and I can't remember the name of this one. Is it the Oh What Fun, or is it the... I'll have to look it up when I get home because I can't remember. But there's 5 challenges and a 6th, like a bonus challenge, which is the group book. And it is day 1. It is December 3rd. It is almost 7:30 in the morning, and I am at work. I work as a substitute teacher, and I'm at the middle school today. And I'm listening to Witchwood on my way to school, because Witchwood is one of my books. It is my red on the cover book, and so far I like it, and I actually like the narrator. I had to speed it up a little bit. I'm a truist. I tend to listen to my books at 1 speed, but this one I had to listen to at 1.2 because he's just a little bit too slow in parts, and when he's a little bit too slow, it's like, oh. So I decided to turn it up just a little bit. But as well as that book, I also brought this one. It's my holiday one in case the other one doesn't get here. And it's the My True Love Gave to Me Holiday Stories. I have my Warm and Fuzzy book at home, but it's like a romance, and I didn't think it was appropriate to read a romance with a bunch of middle schoolers around. So I'm waiting on that one. But yeah, I'm at chapter 5 in Witchwood right now. I started it this morning on the way to school, and I'm gonna go to work now because my shift starts in 4 minutes and I'm gonna get inside. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Hi guys. Okay, so I'm done with school for the day, and I read like 65 pages of my book. Something like that. I probably would have read more, but I actually got to teach some today, which was kind of fun. You know, playing teacher for the day. I don't know how I would do playing teacher full time, but it was definitely more fun than those days where they come in and they work and I do nothing. So the last couple of days that I've been at school, I've actually gotten to do something that was kind of fun. So yeah, I read like 60 pages of my book, and it's the short stories, the Christmas anthology that came out a few years ago that Stephanie Perkins edited. I read 2.5 stories. And it is tis the Season-a-thon. I looked it up while I was on my lunch because I actually have a phone that has pretty good reception inside the school. So I was going to go work out, but my husband is not feeling well, so I'm going to go home and check on him. And I don't know what else today. We'll find out. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Hi guys, it's day 2 of the Tis the Season-a-thon. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, so it's day 2. I'm at school. I didn't do much reading yesterday. I finished the story that I was on, so I got to page, let me look, 85. So all I did last night was finish the story I was on. I was massively tired and I fell asleep early. I did listen to Harry Potter last night, but I'm not counting that towards the readathon. So I am 3 stories into My True Love Gave to Me, and I'm like 20 chapters out of 80 into Witchwood. So far I'm doing okay. I read 25% of this. I didn't get my other at-home book done. I could turn this around. So yeah, that's my book. And now I'm on to a Jenny Han story. I'm hoping to read about 3 stories a day while I'm at school, but I am a PE teacher today. Yeah, PE. So I'm sitting here with my raspberries and my book and my shake for prep period, and I'm gonna get some reading done. So I've been thinking about it, and I figured I would kind of give you guys a little overview of the stories I've read so far. I've read these first 4, and I'm on number 5 at the moment. So I read Midnight by Rainbow Rowell, and it was cute. It was about this girl and her best friend on a bunch of New Year's Eve midnights. And then you have The Lady and the Fox, which I spent half the time confused. Was this like a fae thing or a ghost thing or what? It's about this girl who has like a pseudo adopted family that she sees every Christmas, and she sees this person standing out in the snow every Christmas night when it's snowing, and she's becomes obsessed with him and trying to find him, and why is he only there on Christmas. This one is really cute. It's called Angels in the Snow, and it's about this boy who lives in New York City and his family lives in San Diego, and he's cat sitting for a guy that he works with, and it's about him and the upstairs neighbor, who are the only people in this apartment complex during Christmas. And then this one confused me so bad. Polaris is Where You'll Find Me. It's by Jenny Han, and it's about this girl who is the adopted daughter of Santa Claus, and I have no idea what happened. I just read the whole thing and I am completely confused. So yeah, now I'm on the next one, which is a Stephanie Perkins one, and it is Yuletide Miracles, Charlie Brown. And I read part of this story before because Elise wanted me to read it to her. So we made it about halfway through before she needed to go to sleep, and she couldn't, you know, she was too tired for me to read more to her. So I haven't read the end of the book, the end of the story yet. But this is one of the longer ones. I think it's like 40 pages or something. It goes to there, it's this big. But yeah, that's what I'm doing right now, and I just thought I would share some of these because so far I like The Lady and the Fox a lot. Mistletoe was cute. Lady and the Fox I liked a lot. Angels in the Snow is by far my favorite. And this one I didn't like. I didn't get it. I didn't see the point. But that's not too bad. 2 likes, 1 okay, and 1 eh. And I'm like 100 pages into the book. Y'all, PE class is crazy. We've had 2 classes. It's my lunchtime, and I'm gonna go back to reading for a little while I rest my voice and my sanity and possibly sleep, because I am tired. And I'm not even the one running around being crazy. They are. But boy, the first class I had this one kid that was obsessed with being right, and he was standing right next to me, and he kept screaming because he wanted to be heard. And I shushed him, and he pouted the rest of the day. But the next class was fine. It was just trying to pick teams. I didn't realize they already had teams. They were trying to get new teams, and that's what caused all the problems. So now I know they already had teams to begin with, and they were just being poops. So always that first class in the day is like my mess up class. But now I know them better, so when I have them again on Thursday, they can't get away with as much. So yeah, I'm gonna go back to reading for a little while and eat my leftover Chinese food with my book. And I'll see you guys later. Hi guys. So I'm sitting in front of my computer getting ready to edit my sticker haul, and I realized that I haven't updated you guys since I left school today. So first of all, I am on chapter like 20. So the chapters in Witchwood are not numbered. They're just spaced, but in the audiobook, they are kind of numbered. And so they have to number the sections. So each little break is a number. And so we're on like 20 of 80. And then I have read a few pages of my fluffy book, which is the, I don't know, I'll have to go grab it in a second and show it to you guys. But then I've also read 2 more stories in the short story anthology. That's my Christmas book. And the last one I read was a Stephanie Perkins one, and it was a lot longer than the rest of them have been so far, and it was super, super cute. So I just wanted to update you guys with that. The reason I haven't read any more since school got out, except for finishing the Stephanie Perkins story and starting my other book, is because I got home and passed out for 4 hours. So I've been awake for a couple of hours now. It's 8:30 at night, and I'm not tired at all. Well, I'm a little tired, but
but I'm really not tired at all because I slept for 4 hours. So I have a feeling I'm gonna get some reading done. So I'm gonna go do my sticker haul and then go back to reading because I couldn't concentrate on reading knowing that I needed to do this because it needs to go up tomorrow. So, yes. Hi guys. So it's Wednesday night at like 6:30, 6:45, and we had a hard day today. I got a little bit of reading done this morning. I read probably 40 pages this morning while I was laying in bed waiting for my phone to charge. And then I went and visited my friend for a little while, and then I went to my son's doctor's appointment. He had to have an MRI because he suddenly started stuttering, and the MRI came back good. They still want us to go see a neurologist, but they didn't see anything wrong, so that's very good news. But he had some toe issues. He keeps slamming his toes into things, and they weren't healing right, so they had to like take his toenails off. And oh my gosh, I am like emotionally drained because there's only so much of your child screaming that you can take before you just want to claw your ears out. But he's doing fine now. He's taken a couple of little bit of pain medication because he's starting to hurt, but he's much better off than he was. He's making jokes and he's eating again and he's hobbling around the house. So it's getting better, but somebody ditched out on us because he couldn't handle watching our kid in pain. So I got to have my hand squeezed and tried to comfort him while he was screaming. One of the sections of his toe, the pain medication they put in to numb him was extremely painful to do. And then one spot on his toe would not numb because it was so swollen that they could not get it to numb. They tried a bunch of times. They used an entire vial full of extra on that one toe and could not get it to get numb. So eventually they just had to cut and rip as fast as they could, as you know, obviously they weren't like being unprofessional about it, but they were able to get most of it done in the numbed area, and then the non-numbed area they just kind of had to go as fast as they could. Oh, it was terrible. So I treated him by taking him to the store and buying him his favorite snack and got him something good to drink, and now he's happily full of they called buffalo wings. They're vegan buffalo wings, and so he's happy and full of spicy buffalo wings, and he's got his tea and his lemonade, and he's hobbling back to his room to go play video games with his friends. So he's doing okay. I'm still a little worn out, and so someone's taking me to the mall to get me tea and look at books. So I figured I would take you guys with, because you don't often see us out of the house right now. It's like we're either like away on vacation or we're in the house. So I thought it might be a nice change of pace. So I will show you our teeny tiny bookstore, and this is the big one. And then yeah, I'll give you more updates when I have them. Bye. Alright, so shopping success. I got some black tea, mango flavored black tea from Chai Time. Pat got a coffee thing. And ever since I finished Kingdom of Ash, I've been in a fluffy, cute, sweet romance thing. I'm having a really hard time with fantasy. I just don't want to read them. I want to read something cute, fluffy, and romantic. So I've been reading, I finished my Nora Roberts book last week, and now I'm on to Susan Mallory. And I accidentally picked up the 20th and the last book in one of her little series. And this is a spin-off series from that one, and it follows the brothers of the last male lead. So Aiden's our last male lead. Ooh, what is up? Aiden's our last male lead, and one of these books follows his brother Nick, and one follows his brother Ronan. I have 1 and 3. Number 2 follows Mitchell, but I didn't have it at the store. So I did buy a couple of books from Thrift Books earlier this week, and I have no idea how long they're going to take to get here, but they are like the first couple of books in the Fool's Gold series. And I'm starting to kind of miss fantasy, which is good because that means I'll be able to start reading it again soon. But I'm just in a fluffy romance right now. I haven't even picked up my paranormal romance. I just want fluffy, cute, and fluffy. And so that's all I've been reading. But hopefully, I mean, it is like Christmas season, so that's an okay reason to read cute and fluffy. But hopefully I'll get into the mood and be able to go back to fantasy soon because I miss it. Just a little bit. Oh, by the way, there was this kid at chai time while we were getting our teas and coffee, my tea, his coffee, who was like right behind me, but I had my camera focused ahead of me, and then I went to turn around and almost ran right into him because he was like, and apparently Pat was like, yeah, he's like, I almost said, do you mind? But as a kid, so we didn't, but he was like an older kid, so he was like 15, and he was just like right there. But yeah, fluffy books. Yummy tea, and I'm gonna go home and finish my fluffy romance that I am almost all the way done with. Talk to you later. Okay, so I'm reading here, and it's one of the short stories. It says, the devil stories are a lot like fairy stories. The devil was always trickier, always seemed to be up for a good time, and usually defeated in the end. In the story where he prevailed and dragged the soul down to hell, the person usually deserved it. He punished the naughty and rewarded the nice, just like someone else who wore a lot of red. Scramble the letters in Santa and you get Satan. Interesting. Never thought about it that way. So, the lighting sucks. I will definitely have to try something else. But today's the last day I have of work because it's Friday. And I am super sunburnt. Yesterday at the gym, I taught PE on Tuesday and Thursday, and yesterday the gym was so blazingly hot that I couldn't let the kids stay in there. So we went outside and played soccer, and it wasn't until the second class that I realized that someone's gonna be an issue. And I look like this because I did not even contemplate bringing sunscreen to school with me. I do now. I will remember the sunscreen now. So, but that's a little too late because my forearms, my legs, my neck, and my face are all red. I look like a raccoon. Hello, how are you? All right, so this week's video might be just a little bit late because I was so tired on Wednesday and so busy on Wednesday with Caleb stuff that I did not film like I was supposed to. And now I look like this. So hopefully my skin will look better enough tomorrow that it'll just be a couple of hours late instead of a full day late. So yeah, okay, I gotta go work now. Hi guys. So I have not given you a proper update on the books for a while. I've been kind of giving you ideas of what's going on, but that's about it. So as I told you before, this is what happens when you teach PE and don't wear sunscreen. So note to self, next time I have to sub for PE, wear sunscreen. But I also want to give you updates on my books. So Witchwood is my book with red on the cover, and I am almost done with it. And it's a really good part in it, so I want to finish it. And then, I keep looking at myself because I'm scary looking. I am still reading My True Love Gave to Me, which is my Christmas book, and again,
I'm getting close to the end. So my goal for today is to finish one, if not both of those books. I should be listening to Witchwood right now, but I'm not. So maybe I can con my husband into letting me listen to it on the way to my daughter's concert tonight. So my daughter is supposed to have a holiday concert. She's in the band. She does percussion. I'll be real here. I'm one of those horrible mothers that does not like going to these things, because if I got to listen to my kid play, awesome. But I don't. I have to barely listen to my kid play because she plays percussion, so she's got a very small part. And I have to listen to 1,000 other kids play, and it's boring for after a while. And it's always the same songs. It's a Christmas holiday thing. It's always the same types of songs over and over again, and I get tired of it. I'm also the mom who brings books to soccer games and avoids things. I know I'm bad. I should be a better mom. I also don't cook every night. Ha ha ha. All right. Anyways. So yeah, I went out with my husband for a little while today. We had some sushi, which I have a teeny tiny clip of that I'll put in. And yeah, I'm down one book and I've got 2 more that I'm almost done with. I have to look and see what challenges are left. I don't do Christmas music, so I was gonna do like a Yule log, and I did do that for most of The Best of You or whatever it's called, the other book that I just finished that I can't think of, the Susan Meyer's book. I just know it's the 20th one in the Fool's Gold series, but I can't remember the name of it. That one I did listen, I did do the Yule log for most of it, but I had it auto-played, and my favorite is the crickets and the night scene. They have like a swampy night scene with this cute little house and like crickets and cicadas, and I've lived in the South for too long and love those noises, and we don't get them here because we really don't have bugs. The bugs we do have are cockroaches, mosquitoes. We don't have, and butterflies. We also don't have birds because all the snakes ate the cool birds, so all we have is like pigeons. It's a really strange island. Oh, and chickens. We have lots of chickens. So you go sit on my back porch at night and all you're gonna hear is the clucking of chickens. So it was kind of nice to be able to hear that southern cricket, cicada, night clicking noises. And my TV auto-played onto one of those and off of the Yule log, and I was like, oh, this is nice. Forgetting that I was supposed to be listening to it for a reason. But I still think that it counts because it was music to my ears during Christmas time. That counts, right? Good? Yes, okay. And then of course, like I said, I have my Christmas and my red. And I cannot remember what else there is. Oh, Warm Fuzzy. It also, that one's also my Warm Fuzzy book. And I'm missing one. I'll have to look it up because I wrote it down. It's over there. But I just wanted to give you a little update. My face kind of hurts. I was supposed to have been filming, editing, and uploading my wrap up today. I think I'm gonna give it one more night of sleep, and I won't be quite so bad through here. Hopefully it'll mellow it out enough so I'm not scaring poor children when they watch my videos. So yeah, watch out for that, or you should have seen that already, because if you're seeing this before you saw that, wow, did something bad happen. But yeah, so that's it. That's my update. I am really liking my books. I will go through and give a actual like more synopsis when I finish the last 4 stories. So I got, there's 12 in here. I've got 4 left. So I am kind of split. So far, 4 of them I like a lot. I found a new author I want to try more of. And then the other few that I read were split. Like one of them I liked a lot, but I kind of left me going, what happens next? And then the other ones just left me in weird spots. Like they just ended too abruptly. Not that I necessarily wanted more from the story, but I just wanted a more satisfying ending. One of them I just wanted more from the story, and then the rest of them I liked. So I will go through and actually point out everything and give like a little more synopsises to the stories inside once I finish it, because like I said, I have 4 left. And then this is totally cute. And I read Furthermore And the only reason I'm listening to Witchwood is because it was on my TBR. I needed to finish it anyways. And I figured I would go ahead and pick this as an audiobook because Scribd had it, and right now I still have Scribd. So I've been listening to it. I'm listening to it at 1.25 speed because that's just me. I'm a holist. I listen to things at 1. But he speaks at 2. He speaks way too slow for a 1. So I have it at 1.25 and I'm really enjoying it. The way she writes is wonderful. Because like she's the narrator and then she's talking to you, to Hera that is. And then the narrator for the actual audiobook is this guy, and he's really funny because he's like conspiratorially talking to you. Oh, by the way, dear listener, I'm sure it says dear reader in the book, but it says dear listener on the audiobook. And it's like, I have something to tell you. Layla did this and this, and she was just appalled about this. And it was hilarious. It's a combination of this amazing writer and then this very bubbly older man. I'm picturing him as like a grandfather telling a story by the fire type thing. I had a very similar vibe from the guy who did the Narnia books, but I like this guy better. But it kind of gives you that grandfather by the fire telling you a story type vibe. And I like that a lot. But I will again give more details as I finish it. And then I also have my TBR. Chris picked my TBR wrap up and reaction video that I will also go into more detail on that. I probably won't go into a huge amount of detail in my monthly wrap up because I'll do it twice before that. Once sooner than the other. I think I'm probably going to be consecutive weeks. This will probably go up next week and then that will go up the week after because I still have one more book to read off that one, which I'm planning on reading this month. Possibly if I finish all this, I'll start that one too. Anyways, the last book that I was going to read, which was the group book. Oh, that's what it was. 250 pages or less. I was going to read the group book for that. And it's not here yet. It said it was going to be delivered by Friday, but the last update I have is from New Jersey. And so I don't think it's going to be here today, which means that it's probably not going to be here before this readathon is over. So I have a feeling I'm not going to have a 250 page or under book because it didn't show up, which is a little bit of a bummer, but what are you gonna do? All right, I've been babbling for 8.5 minutes, so I'm gonna say goodbye now, and I will talk to you again soon when I have another update to give you. Bye. Masterpiece that we just picked up. This is a portobello burger. It is coconut encrusted and it even has vegan mayo on it and yummy french fries. Hello dinner. Hi guys, so it is Monday and my battery just told me it's dying, so let's see if I can make it through this little clip before it dies. Anyways, it's Monday and I'm done with the Season-a-thon. Sorry, I kind of bailed on yesterday. I was really good up until Saturday night, and then yesterday I just had an off day. We went to church and ran my son around a little bit, and I read and didn't do much of anything. So I don't know what happened. It didn't get updated. But I do have to let you know what I read. All right, so I read 4 books out of the 5 challenges, and I should have the group book in the mail today. I haven't checked the mail yet, so it might already be here, but it's Monday, and it's supposed to be here today, which doesn't do me a whole lot of good. The first thing I finished is Best of My Love, and this is my warm fuzzy book, and it's super, super cute and lovey-dovey. It is part of Susan Mallory's A Fool's Gold, and all of Fool's Gold books basically end happy. Actually, all of Susan Mallory's books end happy. So this is about Shelby and Aiden. Yeah, Aiden. It's about Shelby and Aiden, and Shelby is a bakery owner, and honestly I should have just changed the battery out when I saw that it was dying, but whatever. All right, talked about Shelby for a second. And Aiden is an adventure owner thing. So he has like this company where he takes people around that part of California as like an adventure. So they go cross-country skiing in the winter and camping in the summer, and I guess he makes a good living off of it. So he's a playboy, and she does not trust men. And so she had this idea that she would find a guy to be friends with, just friends, nothing else. And so she picked Aiden because Aiden had just recently been like screamed at by this chick in the middle of the bar about him being this total player, and he decided that he wanted a new way of life. So she thought they'd be perfect together, and that this would be a great compromise for them. And of course it's a cute fuzzy romance, so they fall for each other, and they have issues along the way, and her trust issues kind of got me in the feels. But yeah, the next thing I finished was Witchwood. This is my book with red on the cover, and it was also an audiobook. It is the sequel to Furthermore. I do think that you need to read Furthermore before you read Witchwood. Tahara Mafi says that this is just like a companion novel, but Alice and Oliver, the 2 main characters from Furthermore, come to Witchwood to help Laylee. So they are a major part of the story. And I honestly think that if you don't know Alice and Oliver's story, it's going to take something away from the story. So Furthermore is about Alice's dad has been missing, and she has no color, but she lives in a very, very colorful world, and it's been causing lots of problems between the no color and between the father missing. It's just a horrible problems. They have this power thing where they show off their powers every year. All the like 11-year-olds, I think it was. Every year, all the 11-year-olds get together and show off their powers, and then they decide, and then the council decides how useful their power is, gives them a rating, and then gives them a job to go do. She failed hers, got a 0. And one of the guys who went through the year before, Oliver, needs help with his test, and his test is to go find her dad. So he takes her along, and things ensue. This time they go to Witchwood to help Laylee, who is a mort du jour, and what her job is to wash bodies and help spirits move on. And nobody is taking her seriously. So she is poor, and she's starving, and she's dying. And so their job is to come and help. I thought it was really cute. I really liked it. I would highly recommend it. I really liked the audiobook because the guy who reads it, Tahara writes it so that the narrator is an actual narrator. So you're not looking through the eyes of Laylee or Alice. You're looking through the eyes of the narrator. He's the one that's actually telling you the story. And he does a really good job. I like it a lot. Okay, the next book that I finished, this is one I was reading all week long. This was my workbook. So I was reading the Fluffy Romance at Home. I was listening to Witchwood whenever I was out and about, and this is one I was reading while I was at work, and I was reading about 3 to 4 chapters a day. But then I got really busy at work and was only able to read one chapter each, one story each day. And so I had to finish it over the weekend. I read everything but 20 pages. I finished all but 20 pages on Saturday, and then I read the last 20 pages on Sunday. And they were really good. So, okay, I'm going to turn you around so you guys can show you these really quick. All right. Don't mind my messy bed. I'm having an off day and just been sleeping a lot today because I just haven't felt very good. Okay, so we have, this is the table of contents, and then you have Midnight by Rainbow Rowell. I gave that like a 3. It was cute, but it was kind of unsatisfying. Like the ending of it was just too blunt. I felt like it needed just a couple more pages. I don't know, something about this one, I just felt like it was one of the shortest one of the shortest stories in the whole book, and it lacked something. This one, The Lady and the Fox by Kelly Link, was really interesting, but it just, I don't know, I feel like, again, it needed more, but the concept was really cool, and so I did like that one quite a bit. Angels in the Snow was super, super cute. I need to look up more of Matt De La Pena, I don't know. I need to look up more of his work because I've never heard of him before, but that one was one of my favorite stories. The Polarist was Where You'll Find Me by Jenny Han, I thought was just kind of dumb. And then you have The Yuletide Miracle, Charlie Brown by Stephanie Perkins. That one was super cute, and it was so satisfying. Where like the Polarist one was so unsatisfying. I hated the way it ended. It was just dumb. This one, I really, really liked this one. Your Temporary Santa kind of falls in the same line as the Polarist one. I didn't see the point in it, and because I didn't see the point in it, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how else, I don't know how to describe it. You'd have to read it and then talk to me about it because I just didn't see the point. The Krampus Loft, I don't know how you say that one, but Holly Black is one of my favorites. It was amazing. I wish Holly would write a longer story to go with it. What the Hell Have You Done? Sophie Roth by Gail Forman was really cute. And it actually gave you a full like character arc, where some of these don't give you a full character arc. This one did. This one you actually got to see Sophie mature in the course of one short story, and I thought it was really good. Beer Buckets and Baby Jesus. This one was super forgettable for me. There was nothing wrong with the story itself. It was just, I basically forgot that it existed the moment I finished the story. And then you have Welcome to Christmas Town by Kirsten Waite. I really, really liked this story. I thought it was really cute, and it was definitely had me going, aww. And then you have The Star of Bethlehem by Allie Carter. Again, this one was a little on the forgettable side, but it wasn't because it wasn't cute. It was very cute. I actually enjoyed it. I just forgot it existed because it was squished between this one, and I remembered this one and this one. This one is like my favorite of the entire group. This is The Girl Who Woke the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. I'm just Laini Taylor trash. That's all there is to it, because this one was by far my favorite story of the entire book. So the Laini Taylor story was another one of those stories that it was a full story. It was a wonderful story. I want to see more from that world. I wonder if other stories are from that world. I've never read her original series, the one with the little fae on the front. I've never read that one, and I wonder if that one has anything to do with these ones, because this one just felt like I wanted more from the story. Not that the story wasn't complete. The story was amazing, just the way it was, but I want more of that world, just like the Krampus one. I want more of that world. Yeah, it was great. It was amazing. Loved it. So I gave it like a 4 stars overall because I did enjoy the majority of the stories. There was just a couple stories that I either didn't like or just didn't get, or I couldn't remember because they were so meh.
I did leave individual ratings with a little more information on my Goodreads if you guys want to see that. And then the last one I read was the 250 or under one, the short book, and it's Sanity and Tallulah. Yeah, Tallulah. I thought that had a Y on there for a second, then I realized, no, it does not. I said it right at the beginning. Sanity and Tallulah, and it came in the Owl Crate Junior book box this month, and it is this super cute, like, graphic novel. And I thought it was absolutely adorable. The story was so cute, and I read it in a couple of hours because I was taking my sweet time. I think I read it in an hour and a half, and that's how I finished up my day. So I covered all of the actual things. I had a Yule log going the whole time I read this one, and most of the time that I read this one, because this one I read it longer than 2 hours, and this one, because I read it in longer than 2 hours, my TV changes, so I have it set on YouTube, and I just go to one of like the burning ones, and I like the ambiance. So there's a couple of stations that I really like, and I'll have to link a couple down for you guys. And one of them has like a country swamp thing going. I don't know what it is about it, but it's like the cicadas and the crickets and stuff. I love that one. And so every time I'm watching like one of the fire ones or something else that's a little more Christmassy, like there's one that I was watching that had snow falling and a fire burning, and it was really cute, and that's my idea of Christmas music, so sorry, but that's what I'm using for that challenge. But every time it would end, it would go to one of the other ones I like a lot. It was like the Babbling Brook or whatever. And I was like, I didn't even think about it when I was reading it. I was like, I'm supposed to be doing like Christmassy, and Christmassy is like the fire, not the swamp. But this one for sure was completely the fire, because I read it before the fire was up. Because the fire was like a 6 hour long one, and I only used it for like an hour and a half. But yeah, that is everything. I fulfilled every challenge, all 5 challenges in 4 books. I would have had another book, but it didn't show up. Like I said, it should be here today, the day after the readathon ends. Gotta love living on an island far away. Sometimes it takes them a couple of days to get to you. Sometimes it takes 2 weeks. So yeah, that's it for the moment. I hope you enjoyed, and I am hoping, if I'm home, which as of right now, it looks like I will be, unless of course something happens and my husband's able to surprise me and take us off island, I should be home for Christmas. So as long as I'm home for Christmas, I'm going to do one more readathon that runs from the 16th to the 23rd, and I can't remember what it's called, but I will update you guys when that gets closer. So yeah, I've been talking for 12 minutes, and I think that's plenty long enough to close out a vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed. I am working on these things to hopefully make them better, so hopefully this one is a little more entertaining. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.